What's up, everybody? Cruelty Free coming in here today. I just want to go ahead and take a look at Dragons Dogma. That's going to be coming up in a little over a month here now. It's going to be dropping on March 22nd. This is going to be a new action art. Well, maybe not new, but a new release of an action RPG from Capcom. This is going to be the part 2 to the original's Dragon Dogma. I don't know if you played it back in the day, back on the PS4, but maybe it was PS3. Don't remember. But it had a different kind of approach when it came to the whole action RPG scene back when it came out in the day. I will say the story for that game, dog water. I mean, it's a Capcom special. It's a hey, I'm gonna get you from point A to point Z. If it makes sense, fine. If the characters talk with some personality, maybe. If they just seem like, I don't know, generic ass characters, fine. That's just how Capcom used to do back in the day. So I'm hoping that they improve that as far as the story goes, but I won't really rely on it, especially looking at Street Fighter. But as far as the gameplay goes, now the gameplay was where it was at. I mean, this game really tried to change it up and mix it up as far as mages felt powerful. I mean, if you were a mage in that game, when you threw down some cataclysm or some type of heavy magic, it really showed. When you were playing as a melee character, it's actually like pretty fun. It was kind of slick. I mean, you really had to deal with the stamina management in this game, which was crazy. But at the time, that was something new, you know, dealing with your stamina, but having that same look of kind of like a Devil May Cry and maybe like kind of a, I won't say too much God of War, but more of like a Devil May Cry type of feel. Now, on top of that, you could also do things like climb on top of enemies and try to drag them down to the ground, hit them in weak spots, and you know, different stuff like that, so you can pop off different hits. So it was really fun at the time and kind of a change of pace as far as the fighting landscape goes. I actually want to sit back and check out some of the vocations that they talked about so far. Vocations is just another word for class, but essentially they're going to be bringing back some old ones and adding in some new ones. So taking just a real quick look. Looking at the fighter looks amazing. They had a sword and board character, basically the fighter in the last one. Some new changes it looks like they added was a roll mechanic. So now you can actually roll instead of just being stuck. They've added a parry system to it. They've added a counterattacking system to it. It looks way more sick than it did before. It even looks like a little more added combos than what they had before. Like, I will admit, the old Dragon Dogma was dope, but it wasn't really heavy when it came to combos. The Archer seems really cool. Before, the Archer and the Thief used to kind of be blended into one. So you were able to fight with dual daggers and then at the same time bust out your arrows and then go to work from there. This looks dope because it's completely centered around just straight being an Archer. They haven't really broke out talking about what the ammo system is going to be like. Hopefully you don't have to pay for all of your explosive arrows and everything else. Maybe just make it craftable. That'd be kind of dope. But as a ranged character, it looks completely amazing. I love that explosion effect. This looks like it's going to be fun to play. Now for the Thief, like I said before, the Thief and the Archer used to be combined into one. A lot of the abilities still look like they're there, but it looks like it flows a little smoother. Especially when it comes to like climbing on monsters with the Thief. It looks like you're able to move a little bit easier, and the weak spots are a little bit different than what they were before. Before, in a situation like this, you would have had to gone all the way up to the ogre's face and then stab them in order to bring them down. So seeing this now that they're able just to stab them in the back is just, that's kind of interesting. It's more weak spots than there were before. And it doesn't show this out this video, but if you go over to IGN and check out some of their videos that they have out right now, they actually show that the Thief can actually parry now and do finishers. It looks like most of the characters now have finishers, which is kind of cool. I say finishers, but really I mean, you know, executions. So the Thief looks like it's going to be fun to play. The Mage, you know, this is your half support, half damage dealer. I mean, mages are mages, right? Like they're cool, they're powerful, they can buff the team, and at the same time throw down a little bit of magic. And nothing too special there, but I think it's going to be fun to play. Now, the Warrior seems cool because you could be a two-handed wielder back in the old one, but it doesn't look as OP as it does now. From the description that they have here, they're basically saying anybody who tries to counterattack you, you can essentially walk through that. Like you're more of an actual tank than you were before. And it looks like you can deal out some heavy attacks. So not sure like what the speed is. You look a little slower, but it looks like your job is to be a damage dealer and just eat attacks. Can't wait to try this one out. That looks dope. Now the sorcerer. Okay. I don't think they're really going to show it here inside this video. They're showing a little bit of it. I take it back. They're showing a little bit of it. I would rather be a sorcerer than be a mage because it looks like they're going to have access to some of the most powerful magical attacks around. And that was a really, really, really nice thing to have in Dragons Dogma 2. I'm sorry, Dragons Dogma 1. The summoning times would be long, but they had the ability to, as you can see in this video, bring down things like Meteor, do a Cataclysm where they're just throwing huge rocks and making up huge storms and tornadoes. Like, if you want to be like a heavy magic user, that was the class to be. So a sorcerer, man, like they're making this one look good. Hopefully there's some type of ability that they're going to put out there to be able to help with casting times. But other than that, I mean, maybe not, because if casting times are shortened down, it might just be a little too OP. So I think that's going to easily be one of people's favorites. Magic Archer. This will probably be a more spicier version of the regular Archer. The Archer does look cool, but honestly, like when you used to play as a Magic Archer in part 1, it was kind of dope to be able to add in some extra abilities to your long range attacks. The cool thing is, it looks like in this one, at least you'll be able to heal your own teammates and possibly give them some buffs, along with being an attacker as well. So, you know, not too crazy here, but I really want to see some OP level attacks coming out of the magical archer class to at least make it seem a little more fun. But that attack right there looks pretty good. But I also want to know what else they got. So there we go. Mystic Spearhand. This, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite looking ones that are out there. Like this is some Jedi type stuff. Like, so you're gonna be rocking a spear, which is already kind of cool. Like a spear, you didn't have spears in the old one, so it's gonna be a new change of pace with that weapon. The cool thing is, it looks like this ability to teleport to enemies. So even though it looks like you don't move the fastest, the fact that you can just teleport to enemies or teleport to monsters and mount them quickly, that already seems just so fun. And then after you beat an enemy, you can literally grab their body and use them, just telekinesis them and use them as a force attack and throw them at people. I'm hoping to see even more magical attacks. I know they say they're gonna have some moves where they can paralyze people and do finishers on the ground, but this already looks exciting and is a brand new class added, so big ups on that. The Trickster. If you go out there and go check out some of the videos that are out there, they talk about the Trickster kind of a little more in depth. It's not supposed to be an attacker at all. The idea is to, 1, buff the hell out of your own team, and 2, create illusions so that way you can try to debuff the other enemy or play tricks on the enemy and steer them in a certain direction or aggro them over here. One video actually had them being aggroed and sent off a cliff, which sounds like a lot of setup, but if you're looking for a change of pace rather than just attacking enemies all the time, you know, regular swords, regular magic, this seems like you can have a little fun. You know, I feel like there's going to be some really crazy videos out there of people just getting the enemies to fight each other, getting ogres to jump off of cliffs and just do all different types of crazy stuff. So this one's going to be interesting. Probably not my class because I'm just not that creative, but I can't wait to watch the videos on this one. And the last one is the warfare. The warfare, it sounds like you're going to be a master of everything, but your stats are going to be way less. Like you're not going to be in a position to have max stats, but you'll always have access to every ability. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. I need to see it in real time to see if it's even worth not having a specific vocation and dropping all your stats. Or is it worth to just carry all these all at one time? So it is kind of cool. Maybe it'll save some time of having to go back and change 1,000 times, especially if you want to try out multiple ones at a time. But other than that, I think this one is probably I won't say my least favorite, but this one has a question mark on it because I want to see the effect it has on your stats, and no real videos have been put out on this. So this is going to be a really, really fun game. I'm so looking forward to playing this one. Hopefully more information and more videos start to drop. I'm gonna put some links in the description below of some videos and descriptions that are out there right now worth watching. So people have already played through this and kind of put some information out there. So that's the news on Dragons Dogma so far as the classes go. All right, y'all. Catch you later.